4 of the softball series between Ohio and Bowling Green. In Game 1, Ohio defeated BG 4-3 in 9 innings. Game 2, Ohio defeated Bowling Green 2-0. And now in Game 3, Bowling Green defeated Ohio 10-0 in 5 innings. Can Bowling Green get the split, or will Ohio be able to win the series? I'm Carl Blaylock here with my partner Cedric Granger. Cedric, how are the lineups looking for today?
All right, good afternoon, good afternoon. It's a beautiful day at the ballpark. Usually we're going to knock out the lineups first. I'll get back to the Bowling Green, so I'm running very good. So first up, they're going to have Lester Ross hitting first, and then it's going to be followed by
Sorgi, Loyola, Weber, Doles, Gonzalez, Dees again, her sister Dees, and then Gottschall. So that's going to be the starting lineup. Gottschall is the pitcher.
Now batting for the Falcons.
Then for the
Number
Bobcats, the
15,
lineup is going to be England,
Esperanza.
Logan, Yun, Paoli, Vaughn, Spacek, Walker, Fogue, Rice, and then Cole at pitcher. So that's going to be the starting lineups for today, Carl.
Batting first for the Falcons is going to be Greta Lesperanza, the center fielder. She's a redshirt freshman from Byron, Michigan. She had 4 hits yesterday in Game 2. So far in the series, she's 7 for 12 with 2 runs in RBI and 2 stolen bases.
Yep, let's see how this starts.
Ball 1 outside is the first pitch.
It's been very interesting looking at the schedules of both of these teams and kind of seeing how their seasons have progressed. I mean, with the Bobcats, they started off with a 5-game losing streak.
Bunt down the first base line, and they're going to get on a hit. Lesperance starts out with a single.
A solid start right there for Bowling Green.
A little more zoomed out.
They get a base hit very early.
Add fill at the bottom.
Second baseman Sammy D's up now for the Falcons. She's a redshirt sophomore from Rancho Santa Margarita, California. Strike 1 there. Ball 1. It's the 1-1 count now. D's hitting .315 on the year so far with 2 home runs and 18 RBIs. That one's out into center field. It's going to be caught by the Bobcat center fielder,
Now batting for the Falcons.
Allie
Number 20, Maddie
Engen.
McCoy.
Solid work by the Bobcats. They are 4th in the MAC right now in fielding with a .961 field percentage, and they show pretty good stuff right there, making the catch on the easy fly ball.
Now up for the Falcons is number 20, Maddie McCoy, their shortstop. She'll send it out into the gap. That'll be a single for Maddie McCoy. She was seeing the ball very well yesterday. She had a 3-run homer in the second game yesterday. Now it's first baseman Nikki Sorgi up for the Falcons. She's 4 for 10 so far this series with a double. That one's going to be a ball just low. Sorgi's a redshirt junior from Shelby Township, Michigan. She'll step back into the box. It's going to be a ball just inside. 2-0 the count now.
swing and a miss. Pitching for the Bobcats is Mackenzie Cole. She's a junior from Corona Del Mar, California. She's had 13 starts so far this season, 77 innings pitched, 6-6 on the year with a 5.36 ERA and 45 strikeouts.
She'll get, she can make it 46.
She started game one, which she pitched, or the game one yesterday, which she pitched a complete game with 7 hits, no runs, and 5 strikeouts. That one's going to be lifted out into left center field. It's going to be caught by Walker. They're going to hold the runner at third, but McCoy is going to advance from first to second.
Number 30, Evelyn Loyola.
All right, so this puts Bowling Green in a pretty good position right here to score, but it's going to take a good base hit.
It'll have to come from the catcher, Evelyn Loyola, a redshirt senior from Ventura, California. She's batting .272 on the year with 2 home runs and 14 RBIs. That pitch is outside. That pitch is going to be down the right field line. It's going to be caught by the second baseman, Mackenzie Vaughn, and that'll end the inning.
Now batting for your Bobcats, number 4, Allie England.
Allie England's going to lead off for the Bobcats here as they begin the bottom of the first inning. She's the center fielder on the year. She's batting .396 with 6 RBIs. And if she gets on base, she has 19 stolen bases. Mm-hmm. Pitching for the Falcons is number 11, Peyton Gottschall.
And Gottschall has been pretty good. I mean, her ERA is the best in the MAC right now with a 1.71 ERA.
The thing that jumps out to me as she throws strike one is her strikeout to walk ratio. She has 172 strikeouts on the year. In this now her 17th appearance and 15th start, she only has 17 walks on the year. And you can see why, as the first 2 pitches she throws to England are both strikes. That one's just about outside. It'll be 1-2. The umpires for today's game are Linda Hoover, Dave Sedlin, and Marcy Towney. That one's just a bit high. And England's fought it back to 2-2. You got a striker out there, catching the outside corner.
Bobcats, number 14, Yasmin.
Now it'll be the
Logan.
DP, Yasmin Logan. She's batting .333 on the year, the freshman from Pittsburgh, with 2 RBIs. So far this series, she's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. That one's inside.
Now you see where that pitch is. Learn from it.
That one's outside, and it'll be 2-0. As I said, Gottschall does not walk very many batters, only having 17 walks on the year through 102 innings pitched.
That's quite interesting that 2 of those walks happen to be right here. And now it's going to be a foul.
Put the count at 2-1. That one's low, and it'll be 3-1.
Will we be seeing another walk here?
It'll only be her 18th on the year. Gottschall pitched on Friday in Bowling Green's loss. So she'll put it to full count now. She pitched 8 innings of 4-run ball with 4 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 6 hits on Friday in Bowling Green's 4-3 loss. That one's high, and she will walk Yasmin Logan.
Now batting for the Bobcats, number 8, Katie Young.
Katie Young now. She hit 2 home runs off of Gottschall on Friday. For the year, she's batting .368 with 6 home runs and 16 RBIs. That's going to be strike 1.
You don't need help.
Ball's going to skip away, and Yasmin Logan's going to get a stolen base. Katie Young has not had too much success aside from those 2 home runs hit on Friday. She's 2 for 7 with those 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, and scored 3 runs. That one's going to be fouled out of play.
Yep. Almost back to where we were sitting down.
That one's going to be high, and that'll even the count at 2. Yoon, a senior from North Canton, Ohio. It's a pitch. That one's going to be high, and the count is run full.
Back-to-back full counts. We saw a walk last time. Let's see what we see here.
Gottschall only had 17 walks coming in, but she might have She's one ball away from walking 2 straight here in the bottom of the first. That one's high, and she does walk her.
So 2 consecutive walks right there.
Bobcats, number 3, Analia Paoli.
Leave it with Logan on second and Yun on first.
It'll now be the third baseman, Anoli Paoli, a freshman from Point Marion, Pennsylvania. She's batting .360 with 2 home runs and 19 RBIs on the year. It'll be strike 1 on the first pitch here. So far this series, she's been 1 for 7 with an RBI. That pitch is high. There's another ball. It's 2-1 now. That'll be a strike. 2-2 the count now. Runners on first and second now with 1 out. That's going to be outside. It'll be full count again for the second straight batter.
Should make that the third straight batter.
Third straight batter.
Oof.
A lot of pitches being thrown so far for Peyton Gottschall. That one's going to be fouled back into the screen. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Right down the middle, it'll be strike 3.
Now batting for your Bobcats.
Gottschall's second
Number 7,
strikeout.
Mackenzie Vaughn.
Both outs have been strikeouts.
Yep, and I'm sure that has to be really great for her morale right there. After having multiple full counts in and walks, she finally gets a strikeout on a full count.
Now it's the second baseman and Friday's hero, Mackenzie Vaughn. She hit that walk-off home run on Friday. She'll see a strike to start this at-bat. She's hitting .314 on the year with 8 home runs and 24 RBIs so far. So there's another strike. So far in this series, she's just 2 for 10 with that home run and a double. She's had an RBI and scored. Has 1 run. That ball's going to be high. I have a 1-2 count now. Bowling Green stranded 2 runners in the first inning. Ohio hoping to avoid that fate here in the bottom of the first. That ball's inside. It'll be even the count at 2-2. That ball's inside, and it'll be 3-2 again. Now for the 4th straight batter.
That's becoming a familiar phrase.
Full count.
Sounds like a broken record almost.
That's inside, and the bases are now loaded with walks.
It's crazy. He said only 17 walks coming into this game right here, and that's already 3 just in this game. Or that's already 3, yeah, just in this game.
Now it'll be the first baseman, Caroline Spakech, the junior from Beaumont, Texas. She's batting .236, 3 home runs and 14 RBIs on the year so far. That ball's going to be inside.
It's a solid opportunity right here for OU to try to take a lead early in this game, especially coming off a game where they didn't score any runs. It'll be great to just get on the board.
Senior catcher Evelyn Loyola out to try to comfort Gottschall, who has walked the bases loaded in between 2 strikeouts. There's a strike. That one's going to be down the left field line, right into the glove of the left fielder, Dolas.
That's going to be tough for the Bobcats, having 3 stranded runners right there.
The Bobcats leave the bases loaded as we leave the first inning. The score, BG 0, Ohio 0. Sophie Weber up to bat now for the Falcons to lead off the second inning. It's a redshirt freshman from Springsboro, Ohio, batting .231 on the year with 5 RBIs and 1 home run. First pitch is going to be fouled back into the screen. That one's just a bit inside, and I'll even the count up at 1-1. That one's going to be a little bit of a dribbler, caught by the third baseman, Annalie Paoli.
That was a great catch by Paoli, as she showed some great hustle right there, being able to dive and catch that one for the out.
Peyton Dolas, the left fielder, up now for the Falcons. He's a freshman from Minner, Ohio. Had a big series so far this year, or this weekend. 4 for 8 with 4 RBIs. She'll see a strike 1 there. That one will be just a bit inside. It'll be 1-1 now. She'll see a strike there, and it'll be 1-2. Dolis' series so far, she has 5 RBIs on the year, 4 of them coming from this weekend. That one's going to be fouled off near the Ohio dugout. We'll do it again at 1-2. That's going to be high. It'll even the count at 2-2. Swing and a miss. That'll be a strikeout. The first of the game for Mackenzie Cole. Be the third baseman, Sarah Gonzalez, now up for Bowling Green. Redshirt junior from Kingsburg, California. Batting 185 on the year with 9 RBIs and 3 homers.
Yeah. It's like Bowling Green has done a lot of recruiting from California.
Strike one there. Yeah, I agree. I was really surprised at how many teams or how many players from California there are on the roster. There are 4 on the roster from California.
It goes to show how far these coaches will go to find their players and find their prospects to build their team.
Cole's going to pitch that one high, and leaving the count at 1-1. That'll be high again. It'll put the count up to 2-1 in favor of the Falcons' third baseman. Cole able to even it back up. 2-2 the count now. That one's going to be poked out down to the first baseman. Spockek able to pick it up and step on the bag, and that'll be the third out. BG goes 1-2-3 in the second. Bobcats up to bat next.
Now batting for your Bobcats, number 10, Emily Walker.
Left fielder Emily Walker up to bat for the Bobcats to start out the bottom of the second here. It's a freshman from Plain City, Ohio, batting .303 on the year with 1 home run, 8 RBIs.
We taught a child to sing it. Was that appropriate?
Gottschall's first pitch will be inside. She'll get a strike for the second pitch, even the count up at 1-1. It'll be ball 2. 2-1 the count.
Sure, in this inning right here, Gottschall's doing everything she can to try to avoid another walk, as she had a lot of them in the last one.
Walk, the bases loaded. However, she's thrown 2 straight strikes now, and it's 3-1.
On the verge of her 4th walk of the day.
That's right down the middle, and we'll have full count yet again.
That is the 5th time today that we see a full count from Gottschall.
Walker stands in. That one's going to be clubbed, caught in foul ground by the third baseman, Gonzalez.
And great effort by Gonzalez stepping up right there. Is a very similar situation to what we saw with the Bobcats earlier, and that's how the first out happens for both teams.
Now it'll be right fielder Caitlin Fogue, a junior from Columbia, Missouri. Catcher looking for instruction from the BG bench. She'll get set her down. First pitch is going to be a swing and a miss. Fogue batting .293 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs on the year so far. As she'll stand back in. That'll be a ball. 1-1 the count. So far in the series, she's been 1 for 5 with a walk and did get on base and steal. That's a strike. It'll be 1-2 count. That one's going to be a swing and a miss. That's her 3rd strikeout of the day. Gottschall.
I'm showing why she is the best pitcher in the MAC, at least statistically this year.
So now it'll be catcher Brooke Rice up for the Bobcats, hoping to get something going with 2 outs. She'll foul one back out of play. She's batting .197 on the year, the senior from Mason, Ohio, with 1 home run and 10 RBIs. She'll stand back in. We'll see strike 2. Ohio hoping to avoid going 1-2-3 just like their counterparts did in the top half of this inning.
They're very much on the verge right now. Let's see what Gottschall does here to try to get that 3rd strike.
That's going to be popped out of play into the stands. We'll do it again at 0-2. Rice, despite the .197 average so far, has done pretty well this series. She's been 2 for 6. She's going to poke one out into right field, and it's going to be caught.
Sensational catch right there by Bowling Green. And again, they're fielding that's first in the MAC with a .969 field percentage, and they show why they're so excellent right there with that catch.
Michaela Dees will end the Ohio inning. We'll head to the third. Still scoreless. Michaela Dees,
Number 18.
the right fielder who just ended the last inning for the Bobcats, will lead it off for the Falcons, batting now. On the season so far, the freshman from Rancho Santa Margarita, California, is batting 200 with 2 RBIs. One of those RBIs came earlier in this series. She's going to try to bunt it down the third base line. Unsuccessfully.
So really quick fielding right there by OU, being able to look, being able to have the awareness to be able to go up there and make a good pass to first to be able to get the out.
Now it'll be Greta L'Esperance, the center fielder, batting for the second time today. First time up, she got a single and was able to get around to third before being stranded. That's going to be a strike for the first pitch. Coles gave up 2 hits in the first inning, but since then, she's really settled in the last inning and a half.
And then sometimes you just got to knock out those jitters early on, and it feel like there were a little bit, but then afterwards, you really settled in and you start playing your game.
1-1 count now on the Falcons center fielder. That just missed the outside corner. 2-1.
Yeah, it really could have gone either way right there.
Coles swing, or excuse me, L'Esperance swings and gets just a piece of it. And it'll be a 2-2 count now. That's just poked right back to Coles. It's an F1 and 2 outs.
Sammy Dees.
So it'll be second baseman Sammy Dees, who flew out to center her first time up.
See if Bowling Green can avoid 2 straight innings where it just goes 1, 2, 3, and then you switch innings.
That'll be strike 1. They have been able to hit the ball, though. Every single one of their outs has been in play. A few fly outs and a few ground outs.
Yeah, that's where you really got to credit the Ohio fielding right there, whether it's making catches or whether it's being able to.
That one's going to be popped up. Ooh, almost coming together.
But speaking of making catches, OU does it again.
Brooke Rice with the catch. So Bowling Green will go 1, 2, 3 again. In the top of the third, we'll be back with the bottom of the third.
batting for your Bobcats, number 4, Allie.
Center fielder Allie Englund will be up for her second at-bat of the game. She struck out in the first inning to lead off the game.
Yep, starting the inning at the top of the order.
She's a senior from Long Beach, California. Another California kid. Ohio has 5 California players.
That seems to be a little bit of a motif going on into this game in the MAC here.
That's going to be up in the middle, base hit.
There we go. Good for the Bobcats right there, getting their first hit of the day. And it comes at a great time.
Now it'll be designated player Yasmin Logan, who walked in the first inning, stole a base, and got around to third. She's had 3 walks this series so far. That'll be a swing and a miss. Throw down to second. Ball scoots away. And Allie Englund with a stolen base. That's her 20th on the season.
Excellent job by Englund going there, being able to slide into the plate, and Bowling Green wasn't able to catch it and secure it cleanly, and they were able to get the stolen base.
So 0-1 count on Logan. That's outside. Logan squares, but pulls it back in time. It'll be a 2-1 count now. Squares again. That was going to pop up and end up foul. Just outside of Gonzalez's diving reach.
That was very close to a catch by Bowling Green.
Instead, Yasmin Logan will come back to the plate with a 2-2 count. That's a swing and a miss. The 4th strikeout of the day for Peyton Gottschall.
Yeah, she's putting together a pretty good day so far already. 4 strikeouts. And we're just in the 3rd inning here.
Shortstop Katie Yoon up now. Walked in the first inning. She'll see strike 1. That'll be just a bit high. 1-1 the count now. Englund on second still. Ball will go outside. 2-1 the count. That's going to be lifted out of play down the right field line. That'll even the count up at 2-2. Pitch is going to be strike 3, catching the outside corner. The second straight strikeout, and the 5th of the day.
Yeah, try saying that phrase 10 times fast.
It'll be third baseman Analia Paoli freshman from Point Marion, Pennsylvania. She'll take strike one. She struck out in the first inning.
You're a wreck back there.
Fans a little bit disappointed in some of the umpires' last few ball strike
Oh,
calls.
yeah, you could definitely tell they're quite disgruntled out here in the crowd.
That one's going to be lifted out to center field. Right to the center fielder, L'Esperanza.
Yep, once again, Bowling Green showing why their fielding is one of the best in the MAC. It's interesting because their record doesn't necessarily show for it, but they have a lot of things that they lead the MAC in, whether that's field percentage or whether that's Gottschall being statistically the best pitcher in the MAC. And they show why they're the best on that possession.
Ohio strands a runner at second, but gets their first hit. After 3, BG and Ohio tied at nothing. It'll be shortstop Maddie McCoy to lead off for the Falcons to start off the 4th inning here. She singled in the 1st inning. Coles is ready. Or maybe not. Looking back to the dugout. Now she's ready. That'll be outside for ball 1.
Same pitch.
That's down the middle for a strike. 1-1 the count now on the redshirt senior from Washington, Illinois. There's another strike. McCoy backs away. 1-2 count now.
Cole is on the verge right here of her second strikeout of the day. Let's see if she can finish it off.
That's outside. She'll have another pitch. 2-2 count.
Same pitch. Last half inning. Come on. Be consistent.
Fans are pleading with the umpire to be consistent.
Gotta love the parents in the crowd.
That's going to be a swing to the shortstop. Yoon able to get it over to first to record the first out of the inning.
Great throw. That was very close, but Ohio was able to have perfect timing right there, and we're able to get her out before she could be able to get to first.
Now it'll be the first baseman, Nikki Sorgi, the redshirt junior from Shelby Township, Michigan. Flew out to left field, her first at bat. That's outside. Sorgi wearing the number 00. Always thought it'd be cool to have more of those numbers in the MLB. The MLB adopted, I believe, 0 a few years ago.
I never used to understand why they didn't allow 0 in a lot of different sports. It felt for the longest time it was just basketball that allowed it.
Sorgi sees strike 1 there. Yeah, zero's a very cool number. I always enjoyed it when they had number zeros.
Yep, Zero My Hero. It's kind of like, I know the Canadian Football League, they used to have the zeros and stuff like that as well.
That'll be fouled out down the right field line.
And then college football adding it recently this year as well.
I definitely wear it as a badge of honor. It is a very, very cool number to have. Sorgi getting ready for the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be lifted out into center field. Shallow enough to the shortstop. Katie Yoon again.
Excellent play right there. Just running back, showing some excellent vision to make that catch.
Number 30, Evelyn.
She's getting a lot of action this inning. Having both balls so far getting hit to her.
Can this be a third straight? 1, 2, 3, and out.
That'll be up to Evelyn Loyola, the catcher for the Falcons. She'll see ball 1 there. Flew out to second base. Her first time up. Beautiful pitch there. Make it a 1-1 count. That's just outside. 2-1 count now on Loyola. Pitch. That's blasted down the left field line. That's a home run.
Yeah, that one was out of there as Loyola gets the home run right there. 1 RBI for her. And that's going to give Bowling Green a 1-0 lead. That was a missile out to left field.
Hit the shed beyond the 200 mark down the left field line. That's her third home run of the year. And it gives Bowling Green the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, finally striking first blood here in the 4th inning.
So now it'll be DP Sophie Weber up to bat now. She flew out to the third baseman in the second inning.
Falcons, number 29, Sophie Weaver.
That's going to be a ball low.
Let's see what Cole can do, of course. It's always interesting seeing how a pitcher responds after giving up a homer like that.
Shows she's able to even the count, make it a 1-1 count now. That pitch on the outside. That's going to be low. 2-1 count now. Weber, the redshirt freshman from Springboro, Ohio, hasn't had the best of series so far. She's 0 for 4. Does have a walk and a run, though. Coming into the game, she's 2 for 30. She was batting .231. She's going to lift that one out to center, where it'll be caught. However, Evelyn Loyola breaks the scoring open in this game with a homer down the left field line. Middle of the 4th, Bowling Green 1, Ohio 0. Second baseman Mackenzie Vaughn to lead off the inning
Bobcats.
for the Bobcats.
Mackenzie Vaughn.
Walked her first time up, got stranded on base. Swing and a miss for the first pitch of this inning. Last inning, Gottschall was able to work around the leadoff single. That's a ball high. Record 2 strikeouts and a flyout to end the inning last inning. Hoping for the same here.
Yep, so far she's had a pretty sensational game.
That'll
Aside
be-
from the walks, of course.
That'll be outside. Yes, she's had 3 walks so far on the day, all in the first inning. She came into the day only with 17 walks on the season, compared to, that'll be fouled back. Almost caught by somebody on the edge of the press box. She started out with 17 walks compared to 172 strikeouts. That ratio is not quite as good today, but she still has more strikeouts than walk, 5 compared to 4. That's high, and it'll go to full count again. That's something she'd been doing better with the last few innings. First inning, she had 4 batters that ended up going to full count. She had one to start off the second inning, but she didn't have any since up till now.
Yep, so here we go again. Let's see what happens this time around.
Swing and a miss. That'll be her 6th strikeout of the day. That one on Mackenzie Vaughn.
Yep, and second strikeout of the day from a full count.
Caroline Spacek.
So it'll be the first baseman, Caroline Spacek, hoping to get something going for the Bobcats.
Yep, let's see what Spacek can do right here.
Flew out to left field her first time up. That's going to be low, 1-1. That's just outside. It'll be a 2-1 count now on Spacek. 1 for 10 in the series so far. Has scored a run. The Bobcats hoping that she can get on base and start something here in the 4th. Maybe she'll be able to. Down the left field line. It's going to be caught on the warning track by the left fielder, Dolis.
Now batting for your Bobcats.
Another
Number
F7
10,
for Spacek.
Emily Walker.
Now it'll be the left fielder, Emily Walker, a freshman from Plain City, Ohio. She fouled out her first time up. Caught by the second baseman on a nice running play behind first base.
Yeah, we'll see if the Bobcats can generate some momentum right now. It seems like it's just been a rough day at the office so far against Gottschall.
I mean, you're going to have a rough day against anybody who throws as many strikeouts as what she has. She's already had 6 on the game.
Yep, you got that right, Carl. And we're just in the 4th inning still.
That's a swing and a miss to even the count up at 1-1. That's going to be fouled off. Back to the screen. It'll be a 1-2 count now. Gottschall looking to end the inning right here. Swing and a miss she does. Her 7th strikeout of the day, her 2nd of the inning. The Bobcats go down 1-2-3. We'll head to the 5th. Bowling Green 1, Ohio nothing.
Let's see if they can get something going.
Left fielder Peyton Dolis, the freshman from Mentor, Ohio. Up, she struck out the first time up in the 2nd inning. Cole has pitched a pretty good game so far today. She's just had one big mistake last inning to Loyola that gave Bowling Green the 1-0 lead on the home run. Dolis will watch ball 1 to start off this inning. That's inside. It'll be a 2-0. Wind picking up a little bit, blowing across the diamond right to left.
Yeah, it seems like there's been some crazy temperature changes in this game so far. It felt like it was hot and really nice, warm, nice spring day conditions, and now it feels like it's a brisk fall day.
Welcome to Ohio. 2-1 count now on Dolis. That's going to be lifted. Foul. Caught by the shortstop.
Go,
Yoon. It'll be a foul out to 6.
Good communication by the Bobcats right there as well. We saw earlier in the inning where 2 players almost ran into each other right there. This time the Bobcats were a lot better with communicating.
So now it'll be third baseman Sarah Gonzalez up for the Falcons. High, ball 1. Gonzalez grounded out to the first baseman in the 2nd inning. Swing and a miss there. Even the count at 1-1. That's just barely touched, right in front of home plate. The catcher will pick it up, throw it down to first. 2 outs.
Now batting for the Falcons, number 18, Michaela Dees.
Here it is, golden opportunity here for Cole to get Bowling Green out of this inning real quick and end it.
That was a strange play. It looked like she was trying to pull it back, and she just tapped it just in front of the plate. That'll be strike 1 to right fielder, Michaela Dees. She grounded out her first time up. She'll quickly fall down 2-0 or 0-2 in this at bat.
Cole looking for a second strikeout of the game. Here's an opportunity.
She's got to get it. 3 strike at bat for the strikeout. Ohio rebounds. We're to the 5th inning stretch. BG up 1-0.
Number 11, Caitlin Foe.
Right fielder Caitlin Fogue to start off the bottom of the 5th for the Bobcats. She struck out her first time up. One of Gottschall's 7 strikeout victims. Ohio's had 4 strikeouts in the last 6 batters. There's strike 1 to start this at bat.
Gotcho's been on the money today. And she's trying to get another strikeout here, and she starts off this inning with 1 strike right there. Let's see if she gets another.
That's going to be fouled back straight towards the press box.
About 1 foot left of Carl right there.
Bit too close for my comfort. It'll be an 0-2 count now. That's going to be fouled back into the screen. Fogue will stay alive. Gottschall's done a lot better at staying ahead in the count after the first inning.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of times where it got to a full count or where it was going up where she'd have an even number of balls as strikes, but this time it's just been mostly strikes. Let's see if she gets another one here.
Another foul back. Gottschall's thrown 4 strikes, and Fogue's been able to foul off the last 3.
See if Fogue can break through right here. It generates some sort of momentum for the Bobcats, who've been pretty much held scoreless today.
That's going to hit her.
Yep, so that'll go down as a walk. And that's going to be tough for Gottschall right there, especially when you had 2 strikes out there. A couple of foul balls, too. You're right on the verge of another strikeout, and then you end up hitting the runner.
Great job of fighting for Caitlin Fogue. She's going to get some attention at first base.
We'll see.
Ohio's first base runner since a leadoff single by Allie England, and the first are in the 3rd inning.
Yep, interesting stat. The Bobcats now have had 4 players reach bases based off coming from walks, as opposed to only 1 player reaching a base from a hit. probably a good time right here to talk a little bit about the conference standings right here. And the Bobcats right now, they are 5th in the standings with a 10-9 record in conference, and they are 14-14 overall. Bowling Green's 2 spots behind them with an 8-11 record and 16-18 overall. In terms of the leaders, Miami is 15-0 in conference, and they've won 19 straight, so they're on a ridiculous win streak, as well as Ball State, who's coming in on a 14-game win streak. The Bobcats, they're looking to try to get their first sweep of the year. They haven't been able to break through for that, but they do play Akron, who's at the bottom of the conference, next week. And even Bowling Green, they were able to beat Akron 4 times, so it would be a good opportunity for the Bobcats to try to get 2 wins there.
Yes. Catcher Brooke Rice up. She's going to try to bunt, and that'll go back to the screen. Something we were talking about earlier, Cedric, off air, was how weird Bowling Green's season's been so far. It seems like they've either blown out their opponents.
Yeah, it's been super interesting. I mean, you could just see it already in this series where they had 2 straight losses to the Bobcats, and then they come out and they just mercy rule the Bobcats with a 10-0 victory. But they had a series where it was actually the exact opposite, where they won the first 2 games against Winthrop earlier this year, and then they got mercy ruled in 5 innings against Winthrop. And it's just been a very strange season for Bowling Green, very streaky. You have series where they get swept, and then they had series where they swept other teams. So it's definitely been like a wild card. That's kind of how I described them so far, as you see the bunt.
Gonna lay down a bunt. Rice will be able to move the runner forward on the sac bunt. So Ohio will have a runner on second with 2 outs now for center fielder Allie England, who has the Bobcats' only hit so far on the day, a single back in the top of in the 3rd inning.
Yeah.
Excuse me, there's 1 out.
Yeah, I don't know why there's
in
2.
the inning. There's 2 outs on the board.
Yeah, I was like
That's a strike.
much to the fans' dismay.
That's going to be just stuck out. He's going to race to first. Not in time. Vogel score. England to second.
That is a rare mistake you'll see in the fielding of Bowling Green. They have been first in the MAC in field percentage. And right there, they have the error, and at a really bad time. And the Bobcats are able to cash in right there to tie up the score at 1.
It'll be DP Yasmin Logan up now. Walked in the first inning, struck out her second time up in the 3rd. A bunt, strike, down to 3rd. It's going to be caught stealing. We're going to have time. Kenzie Roark quickly popped out of the dugout.
No tag. Get the tag to be out. She did whiff the tag.
What?
She whiffed that tag.
Can you flip it from there, or do you have to wait?
They're going to change the call. It's going to be safe. That'll be a stolen base for England, her second of the day.
Excellent work as the Bobcats have finally come alive here in the 5th inning.
Appears like she whiffed the tag. Gonzalez did. There still was a strike there, so it'll be an 0-1 count for Logan.
Yeah, but looked like Roark had some persuasive abilities right there. She got right into the face of the ump after that call, and they were able to make a change.
There's strike 2. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. She got thrown out Friday.
Yeah, for sure. But, you know, coaches are going to have that fire. They're going to bring that competitive fire no matter what happens in the game before, and this time it paid off.
You definitely want that out of a coach. Sometimes a coach getting thrown out. As we'll see strike 3. That's now the 7th strikeout of the day for Gottschall.
Number 8, Katie Young.
Even more than that, make that 8th.
8? Yes, 8th strikeout. Katie Yoon up now. The shortstop.
Yeah, let's see what Katie Young can do right here.
There's another strike. But sometimes you want that fire. You definitely want that fire out of your coach. Sometimes their coach getting thrown out will light a fire underneath you.
Exactly. Especially in a game where it took a couple of innings for the Bobcats to really get going in terms of hitting.
That's going to be down the left field line, out of play.
Go down as another strike as Gottschall do everything she can to get out of this inning, which has definitely been her worst on paper so far. She didn't really get too much help from the fielding there with the error.
I believe that error was on her.
Oh, it was. That's right.
That's right to the shortstop, or second baseman. And that'll end the inning with a ground out, 4-3. But the Bobcats are able to tie it up. We go to the 6th, tied at 1. We enter the 6th inning. Ohio and Bowling Green tied at 1. Bowling Green with 1 run on 3 hits. They have an error. Ohio with 1 run and 2 hits. They do not have an error. Bowling Green's left 2 runners on base. Ohio has left 5 runners on base.
Now batting for the Falcons, number 15. Greta
Third time through the
Lesperance.
order now for the Bowling Green Falcons with Greta Lesperance, the center fielder. Singled her first time up. Popped out to catcher second.
Call that a ball.
Just missed. That's going to be whacked down the first base line, foul. So it'll be a 1-1 count. Pitch. That's going to be a running bunt. Safe! Just got there, the speed.
That was very close right there, but great speed by Greta to get there.
Now batting for the Falcons, number 7.
So it'll be the second
Sammy.
baseman, Sammy Dees, up for the Falcons now. She was having a good series coming in, 4 for 10, but so far she's 0 for 2 today with 2 flyouts. There's strike one. L'Esperance is a threat on the bases, as she showed with the speed getting that hustle single. She has 19 stolen bases on the year.
Yeah, she's got elite speed.
There's
another
bunt
bunt
again. This one able to get out. They're going to run over to third. L'Esperance able to get from first to third on a bunt. And she's going to come home.
Jeez, talk about speed right there. She got the first to third in the blink of an eye, and then she continued to go, and the Bobcats looked like they were close to being able to tag her out, but they were just short, and she's able to slide around that and right into the plate for the second score of the day for the Falcons.
You want to talk about manufacturing runs, that is a way to do it. Greta L'Esperance with a hustle single, and then going from first to home on a bunt. Incredible.
Incredible. No wonder she's the first hitter in their lineup. All right, let's see if the Bobcats can regroup from that.
The Bobcats really just got caught napping on that play. They weren't expecting her to go home. I don't think anyone was.
But right there, she took the risk. She went for it all, and now it paid off.
So now it'll be shortstop Maddie McCoy. It'll be outside ball one. McCoy with a single in the first inning and then a ground out in the fourth. Leaving the count up at 1. That'll be low. 2-1 count now.
Yeah, the pressure's definitely on the Bobcats right now as well. Now that you're down, they still got 2 innings to work with, but when you're down right here, the pressure definitely goes on you to be able to match or try to take the lead.
Especially the way that run just really came out of thin air. It was entirely manufactured by Greta L'Esperance.
Yep, just elite speed. I literally went down to go mark, oh, it's a bunt. Looked at what happened at first. She was already at third, just like that in a blink of an eye, and then she just kept going.
The Bowling Green dugout. It's getting to Cole, as that'll be a base hit up the middle. The Bowling Green dugout flailing their arms at Cole.
Doing anything
during
they
the
can.
pitch.
Get in her head. I mean, especially after that one, after that sort of play, it just pretty much lighted a fire underneath that Bowling Green Falcons bench.
That'll be first baseman Nikki Sorgi up now. So far, 2 flyouts, all she has so far today. Going to try to bunt. Does not happen.
Yep.
Big leadoff for McCoy. She has 2 stolen bases on the year.
And this time, let's see if the Bobcats can be more privy to the bunt coming up here.
Third baseman playing in. That's going to be lifted down the right field line. Foul.
Just out of bounds there. Nice little switch up right there. She came through and she looked like she was going to be bunting based off what she did on the first pitch there. And then that one, she ended up fouling a fly out there to the right.
That's outside. Rice thought about gunning it to first, but just tosses it back to Cole instead. McCoy is taking large leads over on first. 1-2 pitch. That's going to be poked. Foul right to the first baseman. Spakek.
Now batting for the
It'll be a fly out 3.
Evelyn Loyola.
And 2 outs. Here comes catcher Evelyn Loyola.
If she showed how dangerous she could be earlier with the home run.
Right over the 200 sign down the left field line. A home run here would put Bowling Green in a very good spot. Their dugout has come alive this inning.
Yep, shouting at Cole, doing anything they can to try to get into her head. And you can see the Bobcats dugout right there. It's a lot more quiet.
That's a strike, even the count up at 1-1.
That's how momentum works, though, in sports. You're going to have teams that are going to be able to steal momentum, take momentum, and then it's up to the Bobcats here to try to take it right back.
Some birds flying over the stadium now.
Hope that's not an omen, considering the Falcons are a bird-based team.
That's going to be a drive foul down the right field line. Two outs. Cole's looking in. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's poked down the first base line. Right to Spakek, who's able to get the force out.
Very nice. The Bobcats were able to shut the door, only allow 1 run to go in and not allow the bleeding to continue after that shocking play by L'Esperance getting the run on a bunt.
Third baseman Analia Paoli up to bat for the Bobcats, hoping to rally after the Bowling Green run last inning.
Yep, the Bobcats are going to have to work these next 2 innings right here to try to match what Bowling Green put up on the board. You saw what L'Esperance did, and being a big-time player, making a big-time play in a big-time moment right there. And let's see if the Bobcats can respond to it.
Swing and a miss for Paoli.
And it's a very tough task here against Gottshaw, who's had a solid game so far, including registering a strikeout in every inning.
Paoli fouls it back again. She was one of the strikeout victims in the first inning, 1 of 2 in the first inning. She also flew out to center field, her second at-bat, 0 for 2 on the day, hoping to avoid 0 for 3. 0-2 pitch. Watches strike 3.
And there it is.
Strikeout number 9 on the day.
Almost a
for
double
Peyton
digits.
Gottshaw.
Batting for your Bobcats, Number 7.
Only one hit given up, or 2 hits given up on the day as well. It's been very solid for Gottschall throughout. It's going to make it very tough for the Bobcats to try to get another run out here.
That'll be second baseman Mackenzie Vaughn. She hit the walk-off home run on Friday. That's a ball. Oh, they'll check it, and that is a ball. Vaughn hit the walk-off home run Friday. They need a little bit of that magic right now. That's another ball. 2-0 count.
Looks like the Bobcats dugout starting to get some energy too.
That's a strike. 2-1 count on the Bobcats second baseman. That's going to be lifted out into center field.
And that's going
At
to be
the
close
track.
to the wall and caught.
It'll be caught. L'Esperance. It'll be F8.
Now batting for your Bobcats.
Go, L'Esperance getting her name known right here with 2 big plays here in this inning.
So it'll be the first baseman, Caroline Spakech.
Spot check right here for it.
Two flyouts, both to left field so far today. That'll be strike one. That's going to be lifted. Center of the diamond. Caught by the shortstop, McCoy. And it'll be a 1-2-3 inning for the Bobcats in the 6th.
All right.
We've got one more inning to go. BG 2, Ohio 1. We head to the 7th. DP Sophie Weber up to bat for the Falcons to lead off the 7th inning. So far, she's had 2 flyouts on the day. Bobcats hoping their defense can hold so they can have a shot in the bottom half of the 7th to tie or take the win.
Yep, it's definitely crunch time here. Let's see if Cole can come up big.
Leadoff pitch is going to be a ball. That's going to be high, ball 2. Weber's still yet to record a hit in this series. She's 0 for 5 now. Does have a walk and scored. but not much success. It's a 3-0 count now on her. She might get her second walk of the series.
It is. The Bobcats haven't walked anybody yet in this game. This could be the first one right here.
It's been a pretty clean game. Aside from 3 hits, 3 base hits, 4 base hits, and the home run. Ball 4. And that's their first walk of the game. The chanting from the BG dugout certainly could not help in that situation.
Not at all, especially when you're trying to focus. You're really trying to dial in after a hit count already being at 3-0, just trying to get a few strikes on the board, and then you hear, da, 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 just right in your ear.
We're going to see a pinch runner here for Weber. Trying to check and see who that is. It'll be number 4, Regan Williamson, freshman from Harrison, Ohio, pinch running. At the plate, it'll be the left fielder, Peyton Dolis. She's going to square around a bunt and misses for strike 1. Dolis so far with a strikeout and a foul out to the shortstop. Bowling Green hoping that she can give them some insurance here. Squares again. This one she'll get down to the second and she'll tag! A collision down the first base line. Dolis is going to be called out on interference. She was out already. And the batter at second will stay. They'll put her back on first.
It was a very physical play right there. As you see Dolis coming in like a freaking fullback.
That looked like something you'd see on a football field, not on a base or a softball diamond.
And of course, the song that they play after that happens, "Here Comes the Boom."
The umpires meeting the umpires meeting between first and second, discussing what'll happen there.
And again, it's glad that at least the tempers were able to stay down from both teams, that there didn't result in a fight from that, because those are some of the things that can always light a fire between each team.
They're gonna put Williamson back on first after that. Luckily, spot check is okay as well after getting laid out there. Bowling Green's coach, Sarah Willis, talking to the umpires, trying to explain what exactly happened there. She's still not done talking to her yet.
It's definitely quite the play to see happening, because, I mean, the argument, I guess, is if the ball was right there and she was fielding it right on the path towards the first base, she's kind of right there in the path, and I guess you can make an argument about that.
I don't she was out she was out to begin with, and that there was some interference with that, because that would mess up the play at third. However, I do think Willis does have a point, since Williamson was already almost a second, but it's up to the discretion of the umpires, and the umpires say Williamson goes back to first.
Yep, so the result of the play just ends up being an out.
1 out now for third baseman Sarah Gonzalez. That'll be fouled back. Strike 1. Gonzalez with 2 groundouts on the day. Pitch. Outside, going to try to pick off Williamson, but a bit late. That's a drive out into right center field. Caught by the right fielder. Williamson will have to go back. 2 outs.
Excellent work by the outfield.
Now batting for the Falcons, number 18, Michaela Dees.
Right fielder Michaela Dees up now. She's been retired both times, been up. First on a ground out, second time on a strikeout.
Take it away, Pete.
On the season, she's batting 200. Entering today. There's strike 1. Bowling Green hoping for a bit of insurance before we head to the bottom of the 7th. The Falcons currently lead 2-1. Pitch. That's a strike. It's an 0-2 count now.
It is. You can see Cole settled in a lot from the beginning of this inning right there, starting off with those 4 straight balls, but is now turned it around here with 2 strikes, and she's on the verge of closing off the inning and giving her team a shot to either win it, tie it, or get that walk-off.
That's high. There's ball 1. It's a 1-2 count now. Pitch. Fouled off. We'll do it again at 1-2. If Dees can get on base. Currently, the game-winning run, Greta L'Esperance, who scored the run the last inning, basically all by herself, is on deck. The pitch. Foul tip. Foul ball. Count remains 1-2. Pitch. Outside. Rice will fake a throw to first and throw it back to Coles. Williamson was a good 5 feet off the bag. Coles will stop to tie her shoe. Bowling Green scored in the 4th inning on a home run by Evelyn Loyola. Ohio answered in the 5th. Caitlin Fogue was able to work her way around after a hit by pitch and an error. However, in the top of the 6th, Greta L'Esperance was able to get a hustle single and was able to score on a sacrifice bunt from first all the way around to home. That gives us the 2-1 score.
Yep, and
It's looking like something's up with Cole's foot.
possibly. It looks like it's falling out of her cleat. Looks like. Guess you can say she's having some issues there.
You got to get your one dad joke on the broadcast.
Just had to, you know.
There's the one for the day.
One for the day. I make way too many throughout our daily conversations to not get one in the broadcast. I haven't gotten to do one in the broadcast yet, so thought it was a good time to throw one in there.
There's the one for the day. They're going to give her a few warm-up pitches here to make sure the shoe's all right.
It is.
It looks like everything's okay, and we'll resume play.
Yep, let's see if Cole, she's 1 strike away from closing off this inning, giving her team a chance for a walk-off or to tie. So let's see if she can shut the door right here.
It's a 2-2 count on right fielder Michaela Dees with 2 outs. Reagan Williamson on first base. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Ohio must score. It's Bowling Green 2, Ohio 1. Ohio's going to start off with a pinch hitter for the bottom of the 7th. It'll be the sophomore from Canton, Ohio, number 25, Sophia Bernard, pinch hitting for the left fielder, Emily Walker. Bobcats must score here, down 2-1. First pitch. That's a drive! Left field! Foul! Foul ball! It went over the fence. It's about 2 feet foul.
Oh, that's about as close as it gets right there. As everybody in the crowd was on their feet right there. It's almost right out the gate. The Bobcats were that close to tying it up.
What a drive! We'll have to see how Gottschall handles that. She got away with one there.
Ooh, it was real close right there. Again, goes to show it's a game of inches.
So it'll be an 0-1 count for Bernard, showing her power that she has. Gottschall's second pitch. That's driven out into center field. Caught by L'Esperance.
I'm willing to guarantee Gottschall is glad that she doesn't have to see her anymore.
Now batting for your Bobcats.
It'll be Caitlin Fogue, the right fielder now, with 1 out. She scored the Bobcats' only run after getting hit by a pitch and scored on an error.
Bobcats are going to need her to score again here.
There's strike 1. Pitch. Fouled off, 0-2.
Gottschall looking for her 10th strikeout of the day.
That's something the Bobcats certainly don't want to see right now.
Nope. Especially as we come down to the stretch here.
1 out, bottom of the 7th. The pitch. Strike 3, the 10th strikeout of the day, a 3-pitch strikeout. And the Bobcats' hopes are going to be down to catcher Brooke Rice.
It is, and of course, if you're the Bowling Green Falcons right here, you got to be excited considering Gottschall, she's one of the best pitchers in the MAC. We've gotten to see that firsthand today with 10 strikeouts. And now she's just one more away from being able to close the game and give the Falcons a split in this series, 2-2.
Rice 2 for 7 in this series. The first pitch is going to be a ball. On the season, she's entering today. She was 197, with 1 home run and 10 RBIs. That's a drive. Foul down the first base line. That'll even the count at 1-1.
Close. The Bobcats have been able to get a few good swings, but just have been foul or caught.
On deck is center fielder Allie England, who has one of the Bobcats' 2 hits on the day. Pitch. Swing and a miss. And the Bobcats are down to their last strike.
Can Gottschall get her 11th of the day to match the number that she wears on her jersey right now?
The pitch. Outside. 2-2 now.
Oof.
Rice stands in. Gottschall's pitch. High! Full count.
Yep, just like what we saw a lot earlier today. Lots of different full counts. And now, with this game on the verge of ending, we see a full count. Let's see if the Bobcats can hang on and try to tie this one up.
It's a huge pressure moment here for Brooke Rice and for Peyton Gottschall. Swing and a miss! The 11th strikeout of the game, and Bowling Green will hold on. The Falcons will win 2-1. Bowling Green with 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Ohio with 1 run on 2 hits, no errors.
Wow, and then in the big picture of things, the Bobcats now will fall to a record of 10-10 within the conference, splitting this series, and then they're going to be now below 500 with a record of 14-15 overall. As Bowling Green, they're able to improve their record to 9-11 on the in the conference, and then on the season they are now 17-18 as they near 500 themselves.
That'll wrap it up. I'm Carl Blaylock for Cedric Granger. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast of Ohio softball, the final tonight. Bowling Green 2, Ohio 1.